The Fourth Africa-EU Summit raises the question of the relevance of the partnership in today's multipolar world. In order to best address the issue, the European Union has organized a series of informal seminars. For the past 5 months, 450 African and European stakeholders were brought together to share their visions, ideas and expectations for future Africa-EU relations. Here is a brief overview of the key messages from these fruitful discussions.
For us, this is an opportunity to bring all the concern from the private sector, the African private sector, but also the European private sector on the table, and then give the opportunity to the policymaker from EU and Africa to take action.
The priority for me is a context in which jobs, growth are enabled by investment, by infrastructure, by science, technology and innovation, and the role of enabling institutions, states and continental organizations. So you've got regional development, you've got Pan-African institutions working with those regions, you've got the European Union working in support of capacity building.
We want to see a situation where all member states provide for a focal point at national level on Africa-EU partnership in order to draw budgetary and institutional support from the national development plan. So mainstreaming the Africa-EU within the broad national development plan will be, I think, a very important aspect, because then Parliament and other institutions of governance will be able to appropriate the necessary resources for the implementation of the priority areas under the partnership.
The partnership is still very much based on an aid relationship, and aid per se is leading to dependence. If the African side can manage to reduce the dependency on aid, on development cooperation from the European Union side, it will definitely lead to a more type of equal partnership based on private sector interests, economic interests, investments, political interests, security and peace-related interests, and this will definitely benefit both continents.
I think we've had a lot of discussion today at the workshop about having more honest dialogue with each other, being explicit about what our mutual interests are, because when we're explicit, then we are in a position to find a way forward that meets the interests of both.
When it comes to youth and young people, what we have identified is that youth leadership is essential. It's essential because this is what people are, and without people there is no prosperity and there is no peace. So this will be our continuous commitment to ensure this dialogue and to ensure that we facilitate that dialogue for all the young Europeans and all the young Africans that wants to be in contact with their peers in one continent or the other.